very few Indian films that make you self-reflect on the condition of our country and question the pursuit of many in our population to live a luxurious life in the first world countries. A film that even if I see today stands the test of time and truly moves you was the Ashutosh Gowarikar directed film Swadesh starring Shah Rukh Khan. A film that is deeply rooted in this country and showcases the true essence of its identity without drifting towards sensationalism or the most popular term these days, jingoism. This is that time of the film industry when Shah Rukh Khan was untouchable when it comes to box office success. And when we got to know that Swadesh roped in a mere 34 crores in worldwide gross revenue, it also gave us a harsh reality of what the audiences expected from an SRK film. Through this video and analyzing its problems and merits, maybe you guys will feel the need to watch this gem on Netflix. There is a reason why this movie is considered to be a cult classic. The problems. The early 2000s and SRK. This was a different time for Shah Rukh Khan, the movies he featured in, and the audience's perception of him. In the 90s, SRK could be the psychotic antagonist in the film or a grey lead, and the movie just through its content could reach the heights of financial success. That was still the time SRK was a fresh face in the industry. However, after featuring in several rom-coms, SRK became the ideal romantic lead that every girl swooned over. The dichotomy of success in a specific genre is that people expect more of that, and you straying away from it is not welcomed by the masses. With blockbuster hits like Kal Ho Na Ho, Main Hoon Na and Veer Zara, all in which SRK is romancing a beautiful lady, Swadesh was a surprise to SRK fans they never wanted. Its theme and social commentary was too sharp of a left turn for audiences and honestly a dime a dozen when it comes to mainstream actors taking risks in the early 2000s. Length and structure. Ashutosh Gowarikar, just like Anurag Kashyap, is a very indulgent director. He loves to either flesh out characters completely or transport you to the environment by showcasing every intricate detail. This often leads to the length of these films being rather long. Swadesh is 3 hours and 4 minutes long. But there was never a moment I felt that a sequence was unnecessary for the holistic development of the story. However, just not the length, but the structure as well was not welcomed with open arms. The film portrays a realistic and grim truth of many evils in Indian society. It does not present to you many quirky or hilarious moments in which Shah Rukh Khan's leading hero charm can be showed off. The narrative to constantly question Indian customs and ideals, where SRK fully immerses himself in a character that does not jump into random song and dance without any purpose, was a change that audiences just did not accept. Lack of marketing and the Lagan comparison. One of the biggest hurdles which I previously discussed in the case of Abhishek Chaubey, and now that I think of it, even Farhan Akhtar, is that they will always get reminded of how good their best film was, aka Udta Punjab and Dil Chahta Hai. It's tough to create a film and to be objectively judged for that. Gowarikar is one of the few Indian directors that got nominated for an Oscar with Lagan, and the next venture undoubtedly would have so many expectations. However, the director banked on the respect he garnered through Lagan, which would ultimately transfer to the success of Swadesh. That transition certainly did not happen, and the lack of marketing efforts followed by disappointed fans who constantly reference Lagan led to the film's disappearance in terms of footfalls in theatres. Reasons for its cult status. The dialogues. I've seen many reviews and analysis videos about this film, but very few have given credit to the unsung hero of this film, and that is the dialogue writer KP Saxena, a writer who before his demise had also written dialogues for Lagan and Jodha Akbar. There are such profound and thought-provoking moments, especially having that impact due to its well-written dialogues. A prospective groom's father asks Geeta, और वैसे ही आपको शादी के बाद काम करने की क्या जरूरत है? While refusing to leave her profession as a teacher, Geeta confronts the family by saying, हथेलियां सिर्फ मेहंदी के लिए नहीं होती, और शादी के बाद क्या घर और बच्चे आदमी के उतने ही नहीं होते जितने औरत के? तो दोनों मिलके एक दूसरे के सहायक क्यों नहीं बन सकते? While a farmer talks about how he has been ostracized by the villagers due to his caste and are not buying any of his crops, he says, मेरे आंसुओं का स्वाद मोहन बाबू मेरे मन का नमक ही समझता है. Finally, in my opinion, what reflects the underlying problem in the people of our country today, as Mohan Bhargav disagrees and confronts the villagers, he says, लोहार और कुमार लाला के कर्ज को दोष देते हैं, जमींदार किसान को दोष देते हैं, लेकिन उनका हक नहीं देते. तो फिर हम महान कैसे हुए? The soundtrack and lyrics. One of the most impactful albums in my opinion of the early 2000s was from the film Swadesh. The music crafted by A.R. Rahman and the lyrics penned down by Javed Akhtar created some of the most powerful musical gems. All songs which seem to be focusing on a particular topic seem to have a deeper meaning. Where Ye Tara Wo Tara seemed to be about constellations on the surface, it was actually about how people despite their differences work for the same cause. Accentuated through the lines, मिट्टी जो कुमार उठा ले, मिट्टी प्याला बन जाए. सब ये रूप है मेहनत के, कुछ करने की चाहत के। किसी का किसी से कोई बैर नहीं, सबके एक ही सपने हैं, सोचो तो सब अपने हैं, कोई भी किसी से यहाँ गैर नहीं। ये जो देश है तेरा perfectly captures the lack of purpose and loss of identity that Shah Rukh Khan's character Mohan Bhargav is going through. How in many ways when we as people have every luxury we can think of and on the surface to strangers have all the success we could ever dream of, we still have that unfulfilled sense of belonging in a community and a group of people. Through the beautiful lines, तुझसे जिंदगी है ये कह रही, सब तो पा लिया, अब है क्या कमी, यूं तो सारे सुख हैं बरसे, पर दूर तू है अपने घर से, आ लौट चले तू अब दीवाने, जहाँ कोई तुझे अपना माने. Finally, the soundtrack as the Shehnai plays by Madhukar Dhumal still gives me goosebumps. Hands down, one of the best. The underlying theme. The craziest part about this movie is that it lays focus on topics that are still relevant today. Problems that are not only prevalent in rural areas but aspects every section of society has experienced. Be it the regressive caste system, child marriage, lack of education, poverty, the role of women, the lack of grassroots development in the country, the lack of incentive to educate women and accepting the fate and reality you have become used to and taking it to your deathbed. Topics that movie focus on today and are given standing ovations for as they take a stand against oppressive practices. This is the film that cast a bankable movie star and yet focused on those same problems rather than the hero. Shah Rukh through this film was just a vessel to highlight problems that still plague our society. It's rather uncanny how relevant the film is even today. Finally, Shah Rukh Khan. The fate of this film's financial success is still the same struggle that the superstar is facing. With experiments like Raees and Fan not being the foreshadowed success people thought they would be, SRK is in quite the thought process on what to do next. The fact that the man can do a romantic drama like Veer Zara and dare to do a Swades After, a film which undoubtedly would have been celebrated today, just showcases the artist inside him that wanted to step away from being typecast. He through Mohan Bhargav really does make you feel every iota of the inner battle within him, the guilt and the sense of identity that pulls him back to India. A man who just through his eyes looking at a distance can make you feel an abundance of emotions. Even though Mohan and Kaveri Amma's relationship has not been fleshed out, the character's first meeting with her in the film send a rush of emotions within you. Whenever there is a glimmer of tears in his eyes, there is a sense of sincerity in his performance that really makes you empathize with him. SRK is truly a legend, and it is a shame that when he took up this risky project, fully immersed himself in a character and focused on extremely contentious and thought-provoking topics, the masses just rejected that masterpiece. I really hope you catch this on Netflix if you haven't already, or revisit it to see the magic again. And that was the video, guys. Write down in the comments below if you have some video ideas for our channel. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.